Okay, well, in that case, good afternoon. My name is Tony Emerson, represent District 4, and I have the honor this year of chairing the Infrastructure Committee. If the other member of the committee would like to introduce himself.
Thanks, Mr. Chair. Neil Dobler, representing District 7.
All right. Well, our first item of business today is to approve the minutes from the November 1st meeting, which Ms. Toyne has prepared for us, and I'd entertain a motion.
So moved.
Okay, motion to approve by Councilman Dobler, a second by Councilman Emerson. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right. Motion passes 2-0. The next item is a discussion of a RHID, I think Rural Housing Incentive District. And I would turn it over to the city manager for that.
Thank you, Chair. Certainly appreciate you conducting this session today as a special session. As you know, there's been lots of conversation with council and the desire to increase the amount of available housing stock in the city of Topeka. A lot of work has been done on this particular policy. Certainly we'll defer to the city attorney as well as our deputy director, Rhiannon Friedman, to discuss the specifics, but the intent on this one is to incentivize housing stock, the increase of housing stock inside the community. Bill Fiander and his team have updated our study to make sure that we know what we're talking about. This particular incentive will drive towards 1,000 new units by 2030. Amanda, you want to talk about some highlights?
Sure. I think for the public and the committee's edification, someone used that word earlier and I liked it. This policy has been definitely an effort of soliciting participation from the public, as well as our business community, developers, the Department of Commerce, to make sure that we get all the pieces right. The city of Topeka will be the largest city to engage in rural housing incentive districts. So the policy in front of you has been vetted. It was originally shown to you guys as a committee about 2 months ago. Following that, we put it on the website, solicited input. We did get input from the public. We then met as a group looking at those kind of things as a staff group, as well as entertaining other subject matter experts to go through the feedback. We did send it out to all of the council members so that each council member would have a chance for an opportunity for feedback. And then after soliciting all those comments and making edits, we sent it to the Department of Commerce so that they could go through and vet it. We did have a meeting with them where they thought it all looked good and they were excited to see how it would work for our community. And then it is based on an updated housing study, which Director Fiander and Deputy Director Freeman have been very busy making sure is updated. So we are happy to answer any of the specific questions you might have about it.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Stanley. Any questions from the committee? Please go ahead.
Thank you, Chair. I just wanted to point out, let me see, I'm working off my laptop, so trying to do two things at once. City manager mentioned 1,000 new units by 2030. I think he was referring to downtown, which is certainly part of this. And I just wanted to point out that not only does this affect residential units, residential development across the city and really across all levels of all economic levels. It does focus some attention on downtown, where 900 new units based on our housing study need to happen by 2030. But exclusive of downtown, it's really a huge number. Just looking at the resolution, we need to make up, well, in a 5-year period, something like 3,100 units. So it's a ton of housing that needs to happen. We're trying to not only get a number of units per year over the next 5 years, but as pointed out in the resolution, 2,300 units just to catch up from past past years where we really haven't made the goals. So this is a tool that we'll be able to use. Again, it'll be focused not just on high-end housing or low-end housing, but the entire spectrum. And I applaud staff, city attorney, city manager, Rhiannon, and everybody else that's worked on this, because it's really a thoughtful way of approaching what has become a critical housing shortage for Topeka. So with that, I would make a motion to approve sending this on to the full council.
Thank you, Councilman Dobler, and I would second that motion. And I would simply add that I echo everything that you said. There's been a tremendous amount of work on the part of staff. I mean, everybody that you see on the screen here, except Mr. Ledbetter. I think he maybe added some comments as well. But just a great effort, and this is going to have the effect of making housing more affordable at every level. So I think it's a fantastic tool, and I wholeheartedly support this. So we have a motion by Councilman Dobler, a second by myself. So all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
None opposed. It passes 2-0. Recommend adoption to the full council. Are there any other, sorry, I'm also using another screen here. Let me scroll up. I think that's the only, are there any other items anyone wants to bring forward at this time?
Chair, I might just mention that this will go to full council then on December 20.
Okay, fantastic. Well, seeing no other items anyone wants to bring up, we are hereby adjourned. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for jumping in on this.
Thank you.